to practicing the skill sets that we teach and putting it out there. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, we teach people how to earn for writing letters, and you can earn up to $5 per handwritten letter in most cases. Now, a little bit about us. We are a Nevada-based company. We teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, including gaming websites and casinos. Now, a majority of these corporations pay their users in online coins. Those are also called sweeps coins, and sweeps is short for sweepstakes. Now, you'll convert these coins into cash via online gaming. Now, we teach you this conversion process, which helps you retain most of your coins, which you're then able to cash out and deposit directly into your bank account. Now, a note here that part of this process does involve gaming websites and casinos. Now, if that conflicts with your personal beliefs, this may not be a good fit for you, but I want you to stick around and I want you to hear the information because it might be a better fit for somebody you know. Plus, it's not the only thing that we teach. There's different things that we teach. It's just that's our flagship model. That's what people are promoting the most, and it's getting amazing results. And that's why people want to talk about it. And on top of that, we have an absolutely amazing affiliate program, which you can also tap into if you are a member of our academy. So who is this good for? Who is letter writing good for? Well, it could be good for various people, but just to give you some idea, stay-at-home parents, we have a lot of those. Retirees, we also have a lot of those. And we even have students that do this, and essentially anybody looking for extra income. So, there's a lot of students out there that they don't get a full ride scholarship. They don't come from a wealthy family. They have to pay their own tuition and they have to take student loans that they have to pay back. And they're usually working, sometimes two. I've even heard of students that have three jobs just to get by. This would be a great fit for them. Retirees, because they're on a fixed income and Social Security doesn't cover everything. And, we don't always want to see older people working at Walmart greeting when they have the ability to earn money from home. And this is something that we do have a lot of retirees. We have people in our academy upwards of 80 years old that are doing this. So it is definitely possible. And of course, stay-at-home parents or even parents that work from home that have some extra time on their hands, drop the kids to school, have some time to, do some things. This is what a lot of parents are doing to bring extra income into their household. Now, let's go over some requirements. You must be 18 years of age in most states. Sometimes it could be 21, just depends on your state laws. You must reside in the US or Canada to participate in the letter writing portion of what we teach at Send It Academy, excluding Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, and Connecticut. Now, Montana and Connecticut, we recently added to the list. They're not completely disqualified, but some of the main websites that we work with, they no longer do business in those states, or those states have decided not to participate with those programs. So we just want to put that disclaimer out there that they would have more limited options. And of course, the province of Quebec in Canada. Now, again, that list is subject to change. States are always implementing and changing laws on a year-to-year basis. So some could come, some could be added, some could change their laws and come back. So it just all depends. So the question you have to ask yourself is, can you write? Because if you can write, we can teach you exactly what to write. We show you who to write to. We check your work to make sure it's correct. You mail the letters, you get paid, and it's very easy to learn. So I'm going to give you some success stories, and then I'm going to bring on Teresa if she's on. Let me just go ahead and double check on that. Is she on, Marianne? Or let me see. Let me just look her up. I don't know if she's there.
I still don't see her, Nick.
Okay, well, if she's not, maybe we can throw Peyton on there because I do see Peyton.
Okay.
I'll put
There
her
was
on
an
the spot.
unknown person that says I'm here, so
Oh,
I private messaged her, but she's not answering.
that's fine. We'll figure it out.
Teresa or
Otherwise, we
not.
can just open it up to whoever wants
So
to give a testimonial
I'll
because we
let
have other
you
people
know.
on. What's that?
Oh, it is. It is her unknown.
Okay. All right. So is
It is her. She's under unknown on here.
unknown? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And okay,
Yeah.
that's funny. Hang on. Teresa, if you can right click on your name, you could change it, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and make you a co-host and then I'll bring you on in just a second. So want to go over some testimonials and some success stories real quick so you guys can understand what's happening here. So essentially what's happening is we're teaching you how to write these letters to these companies. These companies are then going to put money into your account. Now it's their currency of money. It's not US dollars yet, is what they call sweep coins. Now, when you play with those sweep coins in the gaming websites, and you convert them. So that's what we do. We call it a conversion process, because when they give you those coins are not withdrawable yet. You have to actually use them and play with them. After you're done playing with them, now you can withdraw what's left, and that'll come to you in US dollars. Okay. So here's a redemption. This is somebody that got their sweep coins. They played the games. They were able to redeem $500 here, $151 here. This person was able to redeem $465 here. And this person that started with $226 was actually able to redeem more than what they started with. And that happens a lot too. Our objective is to try to get you to be able to save 90 to 95% of your money and then be able to withdraw that. But every once in a while, you're going to get really lucky on a game and you're going to be able to withdraw more than what you started with. So that's really awesome. Now that we got that out of the way, let me go ahead and bring Teresa on, because Teresa is one of our members that has been here from the start. She is absolutely phenomenal. We have become really good friends over the last several months. We talk all the time, and she's somebody that I know and trust, and she promotes the community and the product so well, very ethically, and she brings in good quality people into the program. So with that said, Teresa, can you unmute yourself? I don't know if you're on camera.
I'm here.
I gotta find you.
Can you hear me?
I see it. There you go.
So
All right.
hi, my name's Teresa. I'm from California, really expensive California. Although I've been talking to some of my friends and it looks like it's just as expensive everywhere else, but the living cost is still really high here. So that's where the letters have come in for me. I have been working online for 12 years now. And what was difficult for me was that every company I was ever with, I did well. But everybody that I would come in, they would struggle because it wasn't duplicatable. The business was recruit. That was how you made money. And so now I literally sleep like a baby at night because I'm able to bring people in and I 100% know that if they write, they're gonna make money. And not only is it important for them to recruit, it's not. They can, that's a whole other aspect, but just the letters.
Why would you invest in the S&P
I am shy probably $80 or so,
which historically only
$13,000, just the letters in my bank from the letters. And I've made money on the recruiting side, but that's completely separate. So it's been a complete game changer for me. I absolutely love this community. I love the admins. I love the help. I love how close everybody is, how helpful everybody is. And I love our chat when our sweepstakes coins come in. Just 100%, everybody. I got my sweepstakes coins and it's just exciting.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Teresa. Look, Teresa, if I can ask you a question, when you promote this to other people, what do you tell them? Like, what's your hook to get them to look at it and really take it seriously? Like, there's got to be a lot of skeptics and doubters, correct?
Yeah, so a lot of people doubt that you can write letters and, get money. But for me, I tell them, if you can write and sit down and just write 2 sentences a day, 2 sentences per card in a couple hours a day, you can make money. My daughter asked me the other day and she goes, about how much are you making? I said, well, let's say if I do the bare minimum, someone working at a grocery store 40 hours a week, and I get to stay home. I get to take them to cross country, to track, to swim, to everything. And I take my letters with me and I'm sitting there writing while they're at practice. So that's been amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Teresa. Like I said, it's such a blessing to have you in this community. You're such a bright light for people, and you're always so positive with energy and stuff. And I always enjoy our conversations, and I'm glad the rest of the community and our guest got a chance to meet you. So thank you very much again.
Thanks for having me. This has been a huge blessing. Thank you,
All right,
Nick.
take care. All right, everybody, drop some love and some fire in the chat for Teresa. She's absolutely amazing, and she's done so many great things for this community. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to turn over the presentation to my business partner, Haley Keating. She is from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and she is one of our great leaders for the Canadian market. And she has an amazing story herself. So I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then she's going to take over the presentation, and then I'll be back in just a bit. Haley, are you there?
I'm here, my friend. Thank you so much.
Let me replace the spotlight. There you go.
I'm laughing at Teresa being unknown. Everyone's trying to find her, and she's unknown. That was actually really funny. Thank you so much for introducing me, Nick. I appreciate you so much. I had the honor of actually getting to spend some time with Nick in person for the first time in Vegas a couple of weeks back. So phenomenal human being, along with Dustin and Lisa. I myself, for those of you who do not know me, I am Haley Keating. I'm out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And, prior to all this, I was a pilot. I was on the cusp of finishing my commercial. My end goal was always to convert my fixed wing to helicopter, and COVID hit. So COVID made things a little bit messy with travel, as we all know. So I personally made the choice to take a step back from the skies. And I got into the online space, and I wound up meeting Nikki, who changed my world. She changed my world on my perspective on finances, on all kinds of things. And, one door opened another, which inevitably and thankfully led me here to Send It. So I have the honor of getting to present to you guys a few of the slides here before I hand it back over to Nick. I'm always so honored when they ask me to jump on these calls. So I'm going to share my slides here, and we will get you guys out of here as soon as we can. So let's talk a little bit about the letters, you guys. They must be handwritten, and they must be written by you. There have been all kinds of wild stories, because this has been around for decades, right? People have been making money writing letters for decades, and there's been all kinds of stories of people trying to find loopholes and ways around the system, hiring people out of the Philippines, having thousands and thousands and thousands of letters written for them. They do verify your handwriting, right? So obviously that account got shut down. There's been plenty of other, wild ideas that people have tried to put forward that have not worked. So once you start writing, they must be written by you. They cannot be written by your spouse. They cannot be written by your daughter or your son or a significant other. Does not matter. They must be written by you. So you do earn credits into your gaming accounts online in 6 to 8 weeks. Now, as somebody who is here in Canada, it's been a little bit longer for us. They did implement new AI systems, which I think put them behind just a little bit. So they're paying a closer, I'd say 8 to 15 weeks is what I've seen, mainly somewhere around 12, but they are actually beginning to close that gap, and it is becoming more consistent to line up with the States, the 6 to 8 weeks. But as long as you guys are consistently writing, if you're writing week after week after week after week, that is the only gap you're ever going to see. After that, after you get your first drop, is what we call it, your first pay, after that, you should get more consistent drops from there on out. So you get to write from the comfort of your own home. You can write from the beach. You can write from your car. You can write from your kitchen. It really doesn't matter. You can write while you're on the road, when you're on vacation, you guys. So you get to choose where you write from, and you get to scale it how you need it, right? Each letter only takes about 4 to 6 minutes on average to complete. It's all dependent on your penmanship. So I've seen people write, a letter from the index card to sealing the envelope to stamping it in as little as 3 minutes, because they're very, very short letters. And I've seen people that take as long as 12 minutes, right? And then you get quicker as you go. Once you find your vibe, once you find your groove and just your kind of flow, you're going to be a little bit slower at first, and you make it quicker as you go. Now the letters themselves, just to give you guys an example, if you're writing on average 10 letters a day, 5 days a week, let's just use that as an example. You guys can write 1 day a week, you can write 7 days a week. We're going to use 5 days a week here just as like the base. But if you're writing 10 letters a day, 5 days a week, that's going to be on average less than an hour a day, 250 a week, and an additional 1,000 USD per month. And then you guys, like I said, you can choose how many you write from there. If you want to write 40 letters a day, 5 days a week, that's an additional 1,000 a week, 4,000 USD a month. And there is no cap. You can write as little or as much as you want. If you want to write 60 letters a day, 5 days a week, that's probably about 5.5 hours worth of work, somewhere in there. On average, 1,500 US per week, and an additional 6,000 a month. So I know for us, for the US people, that's amazing. For Canadians, that's an additional like 35% bump because our dollar is obviously worth less, right? The longevity of this company, you guys, this opportunity has been around for decades. People have been making money writing letters for decades. This is just the first program that's come along that's educating us on exactly how to do so. And even though they're simplistic, it is still very, very simple to get them wrong. So, you know, there's been technology and whatnot. It's advanced a lot. Gone are the days where you have to mail out a floppy disk. You have to install the software. I wasn't even around for that. I don't even know exactly what they're talking about, if I'm honest. But for me, it's been very simple because it's all digitized at the click of a finger. Very, very, very simple. And these are multi-billion-dollar enterprises. They're not going anywhere. So we often get asked the question, you know, if there's a ton of people jumping in, you know, thousands and thousands of people joining, jumping in, is that going to affect my success? The answer is no. There is a benefit on both sides, and they do have this as tax write-offs. It is by law. It's a highly regulated industry, and it's actually in the criminal code that when you write these laws as per, or these letters, as per their terms and conditions, they must pay you. Otherwise, they would be forced to close their doors. So there is actually benefits on both sides for both you and I. The number of people coming into the program, the number of people writing, finding success, and being paid, it's not going to affect your success. Now, Paid Per Letter is our flagship product. This is why you guys, or the majority of you, are here. However, SendIt does offer a plethora of other things because they believe in, you know, obviously making your money, keeping your money, protecting your money. So Paid Per Letter is the one we're talking about here today. Lisa does also teach trust formation. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with trusts, it is something I believe all of us need to familiarize ourselves with, because like you're taught to, you know, protect your house, your boat, your cars, shelter your taxes. All of it's done legally, and it's crazy because Rolex, as an example, they are a publicly traded company, but they live inside a private trust and they pay zero taxes legally. So when you try to wrap your head around that, you understand the importance of learning, you know, the formation of a trust and how it can benefit you. There's high ticket commissions, there's bill savings. Bill savings is really cool. It's just a free program we offer. Once you guys jump inside, all it is you upload your bills. If they can save you money on your monthly bills, they will. And then you guys can choose to go with that and run with it or not, right? Sports betting, Nick does run this. He does a phenomenal job. He's always giving out signals. And it's something that people actually do for a living. There is a system to it that I had no idea until I stepped inside of SendIt. So that is launching here shortly. Crypto is coming, you guys. It is the way of the future. It's a digitized world. We are stepping into a digital realm. So whether you want to learn it or not, it is being offered here at SendIt just to kind of give you guys the foundation of that. And then, of course, travel. So Lisa, our co-founder of the Paid Per Letter program, you know, CEO of SendIt, she's an absolutely amazing human being. I had the opportunity to spend some time with her. I went down the coast. I drove down the coast over the last month. I stopped in Sacramento. I got to spend some time with her. And then when I came back up, I actually got to spend some more time with her in Vegas for a second time through one trip. So she's a wife and a mother of 4 boys. You know, she resides in Northern California in Sacramento, and she discovered this 2 years ago. So she kind of sort of dedicated herself to 4 hours a day. She's like, I'm already at my computer, and you know, I'm gonna really lean into this. I'm really gonna commit to this. And what she wound up making last year alone was a little over $78,000. She is somebody who makes you believe in something bigger, and she's also somebody that, you know, kind of instills in you that your dreams are not meant to be tucked in on the pillow when you wake up in the morning. You're not meant to, you know, tuck in your dreams and go to work and build somebody else's dream. She has this profound way of making you believe in something bigger. So I get the opportunity to introduce her. She's not able to be here with us in person today, but Nick is going to play a short video from her because she does want to share a message with you, and then I'm going to pass it back over to Nick.
All right. Thank you very much, Haley. Everybody drop some love in the chat for Haley while I get this video loaded so you guys can hear from our co-founder, Lisa. Let me just... all right. Give me just a second. Let me just go ahead and load that up and share the sound. All right. You all can see that? Haley, can you see that? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Hi, my name is Lisa Krimmel, and I am the co-founder here at Send It Academy. And I wanted to tell you why this is the program you've been looking for. So I want to give you a little background about me. For 25 years, I've been in the mortgage industry. In 2005, after having my third son, I decided I needed an additional stream of income. So I became an internet marketer. I had tremendous success between 2005 and 2013. But in 2013, I did decide to step away. And the biggest reason why I decided that is because I was tired of putting people into programs where there just wasn't duplication. I didn't want people to fail. I truly wanted people to be successful when I put them into programs. So I did move on. I became a drop shipper and FBA seller over at Amazon. I did $15 million in sales between 2013 and January of 2022, when Amazon impolitely asked me to leave because they no longer wanted to compete with us. So in February of 2022, I went back into the mortgage industry, saw there was a huge need for credit repair courtesy of COVID, and so I started my own credit repair company. In April of that same year, my cousin came to me because she knew that my Amazon business had gone kaput and asked me if I had ever thought about, an additional stream of income. And I said, yeah, I'm always interested in something. So she showed me how to write letters to casinos for $5, and I jumped in with both feet. That first year from May, I started actually in May of 2022. I started writing, started with 50, then 100, then 200, built myself up to 300. But more importantly, that first year, what I did was I worked on converting that out. I'm not a huge gambler. In fact, most of the time when I go into a casino, I take a $100 bill and my objective is to leave with the same $100 bill. And so I really did perfect what I like to call the art of conversion that first year. And so in 2023, I decided I was going to go all in, and I made a commitment to myself to go ahead and write 300 letters every single week for the entire year of 2023, which I did successfully do. And I made just a little bit over $78,000 writing letters in my spare time while I did my other business, which was credit repair. In November of 2023, I was at a wedding where my sister, who is also a writer, her daughter wanted to be able to move out. And I said, well, let's get her writing letters, which made me come up with the idea of paid per letter. So I got together with my sister. She created the videos. I did all the verbiage. We put the program together as to make it as simple as possible so that everybody could win. And that's what I love about this program is if you can write, you can make money here. You don't have to go out and recruit. You don't have to go out and sponsor. You just have to write. So in December, I built out the program, called up a friend of mine because he had some amazing software that I was interested in, and I showed him what I had, and he was like, I want in. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. With his marketing ability and this program, we could take this far and we could really help a lot of people. So that's how Paid Per Letter and Send It Academy was born. And I just want to let you guys know that this works for anybody, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. And the reason I know this is my fourth son turned 18 in February. And the day after he turned 18, he got verified at one of the casinos, immediately started writing. Well, a couple weeks ago, he got his first drop, $700. He came to me, Mom, how do I get it out? I said, you got to convert it out. Let me show you. And so I showed him my method, and he was able to convert that $700 into $683. That's more than he would have been paid in 4 weeks for, minimum wage, working, the 15, 20 hours that they would give a kid his age. So am I happy? Absolutely. Should you be happy? Absolutely. This program can change your life. All you have to know how to do is write. Can you write?
All right. So that's the question. Can you write? So that is our co-founder, Lisa Krimmel. She's from California. And our other co-founder is Dustin Manzel. He's a great friend of mine. I've been working with him on several projects for several years.
$453,000.
And he is in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where our corporate headquarters are based. And that's where both of them are at right now. They're meeting with some people. We actually have a company convention, our first convention, coming up in November. So they're getting things set up for that. So that's why they're both unavailable tonight. But as Haley mentioned, we got to spend some time with them a couple of weeks ago in Vegas. It was absolutely amazing to be with two owners that care so much about their community, the growth, adding new products, new services and stuff. I mean, this business is everything to them. And this community of now 12, actually it was 15,000 people in this community. We have 12,000 people in our Facebook group, but not everybody is on Facebook, right? So we have a community of 15,000 people. We just started this program in January. And I remember our first month when we had 300 people in the group, and I was so excited. It's like, wow, we got 300 people. People actually like this. And it seems like such a small number now when you're at 15,000, but that's exactly how much we're growing. So with that said, let me just go ahead and bring the slides back up so I can continue with this. All right, so let me just go back to, all right, so we heard from Lisa. And now let's talk about the program. You've probably heard everything. You're like, okay, Nick, this sounds great. I like what I'm hearing. This sounds intriguing. There's got to be a price attached to it. There is a price attached to it. And it's a very affordable price because when we thought about what we wanted to do for people, we wanted to keep it affordable because we know that this is tough economic times. People are struggling. It's hard for people to even pay their, the gas in their car, their rent, food, everything, the prices are up. I actually just talked to one of my friends yesterday, and he told me that him and his wife downsized and they only have one car now. They didn't see a need for the other car. So, there's people that are making these decisions where, what makes more financial sense, right? Things that you don't need anymore, don't use them. But what that also told me is people are also looking for ways to make money, right? Because if they had that additional money, they might not be making the sacrifices they make in certain areas that they felt like they had to. But it's like, if I had an extra $500,000 a month, I wouldn't have had to do that, right? So that's why we decided we wanted to keep this program very affordable. And when you hear me talk about the affiliate program, you're like, wow, not only is it affordable, they take care of their affiliates too. And we'll show you that. So with the paid per letter program from Send It Academy, there's about 9 lessons in there. If you watched all 9 lessons in a row, just binge watch them, you'll probably be done in about 30 minutes. If you want to take some time and take some notes, might take you an hour and a half, whatever the case may be. In less than 2 hours, you can be up and running and know exactly how to do this program properly, not trying to figure it out yourself, not trying to search Google and YouTube and being all confused and getting conflicting information. You will get trained by our trainer, Julie. Julie is Lisa's sister. She's absolutely phenomenal in the way that she trains us. People will go through her trainings and afterwards they're already writing, they're already mailing letters. She's really, really good at what she does. We also have community support. As I said, we have a Facebook community with over 12,000 people. And we also have email support. You email us, we'll get back to you within 24, maybe 48 hours at the most, but typically within 24 hours, you'll get a response unless it's something complex where we need to take it to somebody else. We have template approval. This is very important. Why do we have template approval? You are writing letters to different websites. These letters need to be perfect. If one thing is missing or off, they don't have to pay you the sweeps. So by law, these are US regulated and Canadian regulated companies that have to provide sweepstakes to their clients. It's an AMOE. So, and you'll learn more about that in the course. I don't want to go too in depth, but essentially these letters have to be written a certain way. And we want you, after you write your first template, you want to send it to our template approval team. They'll look at it and tell you if it's good or if it's wrong, what adjustments needed to be made. But again, remember, these people are human. They can make errors too. Not everybody, is perfect every single day. So what you want to do is also look at it yourself, maybe have a friend or a spouse or a sibling also look over that template. It's like, hey, can you compare this to this? Make sure it looks right. It looks great. Perfect. Now you're off and running. Start sending the letters the correct way after you become a member. And as Haley was saying earlier, US and Canada, it ranges, but let's just say, 8 to 10 weeks later, these drops start coming into your account. And now you start converting those. Now, I want to make that point. I keep saying the word converting. Why do I say converting? Because there's a difference between converting and gambling. When somebody gives you money to play with, and there's a criteria in order for you to be able to have that money, that's called converting. So when these gaming websites give you these sweep coins, and they say you have to use the sweep coins, now whatever is left, you could pull that out, whether it's the same amount, a little bit less, or even more than what you started with. That is now your money. They have been converted. If you decide to keep playing after that, now that's gambling, because once that money is yours and you have the option to pull it out and you don't, and you keep playing, now that is essentially gambling. But before that, it is a conversion process. So again, our price is $224.99. How does that break down? $199.99 is the setup fee. There's a lot of setup that goes into it. There's a back office that you have access to a lot of things. So that is our one-time setup fee. And then our monthly cost to remain in the program, to have access to this course, to have access to the support, the Facebook community, the template approval. And there's so many other things that come with that. And that $25 a month is what that cost is. That takes care of everything. It takes care of the overhead. It takes care of the staff. That is a monthly required. So if you cancel at any time, then you lose access to everything. Okay. But it is only $25 a month to be a part of this community. We wanted to make it very affordable. It's like, we don't want to break anybody's bank, but we also want people to have some skin in the game. If we're providing all these things like, support and a Facebook community and lessons and updates, because we check all these gaming websites. Whenever they change their policies or terms, we let the community know. So there's a lot that goes into that $25 a month to keep you safe. We also have an affiliate program. It's completely optional. You don't have to be an affiliate. If you don't want to tell one soul about this and keep it all to yourself, perfectly fine. I wouldn't do that, because if you're helping yourself and you know somebody that's struggling, you should probably help them out too. And if you decide to do that, it's only a one-time $20 fee that will unlock your affiliate link, and it'll give you some other things I'll explain in just a bit to help you market. So just a one-time $20 fee will give you the ability to earn money. So how much money can you earn for that one-time $20 affiliate fee? Well, for every person that signs up for $224.99, it triggers 2 commissions. It triggers $100 on the setup fee, and it also triggers $5 on the monthly recurring. So on the setup fee, you get that $100 one time. On the $25 a month, you get $5 every month. Every month where somebody you bring in pays their $25 a month, you're going to get $5 out of that. Okay. So, and those things end up adding up over time. So you have a way to get, and one of the reasons we have this affiliate program the way it is and why we pay out so much, we understand that while you're writing letters, it's going to be 8 to 10 weeks, maybe in Canada, it's going to be 12 weeks before you start getting those drops. You're going to get a little impatient. You're going to start wondering if this is really going to happen. We want to be able to motivate you to be able to make money while you're waiting. That's why we have the affiliate plan. Okay. We also have a matrix. The matrix is pretty cool as well. So it's a company-wide matrix. It's nothing that you have any control over. It's not like an MLM where you could strategically place people and build teams. That's not what it's about. It's just like icing on the cake. Okay. So when somebody comes into the company, they bounce around and then they'll go somewhere in the next available spot under the person that brought them in. Okay. Now, for every person that's in your matrix that's active, you earn 50 cents a month on that. Okay. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but pay attention to this next part, because as you're bringing more people in and as more people are upgrading to become an affiliate, as we call a promoter, we call that a promoter here when they pay that $20 fee so they can promote. This is what happens in the matrix. You get a matrix match. Okay. So let's just say you saw Teresa that was on earlier. Let's say Teresa brings me into the program. And she says, hey, Nick, I have this really cool program I think you'll really like. Do you like writing? It's like, I mean, it's okay. I like writing. Why? It's like, I can get you hooked up into this great program that's going to teach you how to make $5 for every letter that you write. It's like, would that be something that interests you? It's like, okay, tell me more. So I get into the program. I start writing letters. I start getting paid. And then after a while, he's like, you know what? I want to share this with some people. What do I need to do, Teresa? Teresa says you have to pay $20 one-time fee. That'll unlock your affiliate link. Now you can start promoting it to anybody. So then that's what I do. And I start bringing some other people in and they start doing the same thing. Well, guess what? Our matrix has a matrix match. So if I bring in Haley or Marianne and they start promoting and they start building their matrix, when they build their matrix, I'm going to get a 50% match. So let's just say over the course of time, Marianne is now making $1,500 a month from her matrix by doing nothing extra. She has no control over it. It's just her team building, and she's making $1,500 a month. Because I brought Marianne in, her 1,500 would translate into a 50% match for me. So I'd get $750 a month for doing absolutely nothing. That's where the matrix becomes really powerful. So just consider it. Make it seem like it's your savings account or make it like your retirement account. Just kind of forget about it. Let it do its thing. Focus on the business, focus on writing letters and bringing people in. And that matrix down the road is going to be that saving grace. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I took this seriously and told a few people about it, because now I'm making a 50% match on everybody else's matrix. Okay, so I just wanted to explain that carefully so you can understand that you have some upfront income and you have some long-term income. So we wanted to make sure that you're covered with all bases. Plus you have all these other programs that you can promote as well. So what comes with your promoter back office? If you want to be a promoter, you get duplicate capture pages, you get duplicated landing pages. So a capture page is one of those pages you go to, you put your name and your email, and then it takes you to the offer. Why do they do that? Because they want to capture your email address so they can remarket to you. So they can send you that offer again, because they understand in marketing, not everybody buys something the first time they see it. They might have to see it a few times. They might have to really let it sink in to say, you know what, I really like this opportunity. That's why having a capture page is important. And a landing page is where it goes to give you that information. And then we also have follow-up emails that'll follow up with your people. Okay, this is what a capture page looks like. You've probably seen these before. It basically gives you a reason to want to enter your information to get more information. Then it'll go to another page, which will give you information on the product. Maybe some testimonials, a video, really explain it so you can make a thorough decision. And then you can go ahead and sign up. All right, so that's it. That's the entire presentation. Again, my name is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. I really appreciate your time. I hope you get back to the person that invited you. Thank them for the opportunity, and I hope to see you in the Academy. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Recording stop.